Once upon a time, in a small Italian village, there lived an old carpenter named Geppetto. He was kind and gentle but very lonely. One day, Geppetto decided to carve a puppet out of a special piece of wood. As he carefully carved out its limbs and face, he decided to name it Pinocchio. Geppetto worked late into the night, imagining the joy of having a son, even if it were just a wooden puppet. When the puppet was complete, something magical happened. A beautiful fairy, known as the Blue Fairy, appeared in the workshop. She looked at the puppet and waved her wand. "Little puppet made of wood, I give you life," she said softly. And suddenly, Pinocchio's wooden eyes blinked, his mouth moved, and he began to speak and walk around. Geppetto was overjoyed. He embraced Pinocchio and treated him like his own son. However, the Blue Fairy warned Pinocchio, "If you want to become a real boy, you must be brave, truthful, and unselfish. Always listen to your conscience, and let it be your guide." Pinocchio promised to be good, but being a wooden puppet, he often found it difficult to tell right from wrong. He got into trouble quite easily. One day, while on his way to school, he met a sly fox and a cunning cat who convinced him to skip school and join them on a trip to a place called Toyland. They promised Pinocchio that in Toyland there were no rules or responsibilities, just endless fun. Pinocchio followed them, forgetting Geppetto's advice. As soon as he arrived in Toyland, he indulged in all the games and pleasures the place had to offer. However, things soon took a dark turn. All the children in Toyland, including Pinocchio, started to transform into donkeys as a punishment for their laziness and misbehavior. Horrified, Pinocchio managed to escape just in time, but not without his ears becoming donkey-like. Feeling ashamed and guilty, Pinocchio longed to find Geppetto again. He discovered that Geppetto, in search of him, had sailed across the sea and had been swallowed by a giant whale. Determined to save his father, Pinocchio bravely dived into the ocean. Inside the belly of the whale, Pinocchio found Geppetto, weak but alive. Together, they devised a clever plan. They would make the whale sneeze by starting a small fire. The plan worked. The whale sneezed them out, and they were finally free. Back on land, Geppetto hugged Pinocchio tightly. He was proud of the puppet for his bravery and selflessness. Exhausted but happy, they returned home. That night, the Blue Fairy appeared again. She was moved by Pinocchio's courage and his love for Geppetto. "You have proven yourself to be brave, truthful, and unselfish," she said.